Let me tell you about a student. We'll call him Jake. First grader, disrupted class every single day. Threw pencils, yelled during lessons, refused to follow directions. This teacher tried every behavior chart, every reward system, every consequence she could think of. Nothing worked. So she sent him to me. I'm supposed to be the expert, which usually means I have all the answers. Except sometimes I don't. I was exhausted from being everyone's last resort. Strategies I had weren't working either. Eventually, I stopped trying to fix Jake. I started building systems instead. 6 weeks later, he was a different kid. Same classroom. Here's exactly what I did. I used behavior charts. This is what I realized. We've been reacting to the behaviors instead of preventing them. Every behavior chart we tried, it required Jake to already have the skills he didn't have, like impulse control, emotional regulation, planning ahead. The thing we don't talk about is adults struggle with this stuff too. So, how many times have you opened your phone to check out something and suddenly you are 20 minutes deep in social media? That's impulse control. And nobody takes your phone privileges for that. How many times have you had a complete meltdown because dinner didn't go as planned, everyone's hungry and whining? That's emotional dysregulation under stress. We don't lose recess. We don't lose our free time. How many times have you walked into a room, you've completely forgotten why you went in there? That's attention and task initiation, executive functioning skills. Nobody sends a note home to your parents. We give ourselves grace. We use systems, phone alarms, grocery lists, coffee to function. I've been having a lot lately. 7-year-old brains aren't fully developed yet. They have 20 more years to get that stuff together. The problem wasn't Jake. The problem was that the classroom didn't have predictable structure. And kids with challenging behaviors, they need structure like they need oxygen. So we stopped punishing behaviors and started building routines that made good behavior the easiest option. Here's the 3-part routine system we implemented. First, we used visual schedules everywhere, not just on the wall, on Jake's desk. He could see exactly what was coming next. Every moment of the day, no surprises. Surprises trigger anxiety. Anxiety triggers behavior. Think about it. You see a planner on your phone, calendar. Jake needed the same thing, just in picture form. Second, transition cues. I gave a 5-minute warning before every transition, then a 2-minute warning, then a visual timer. Jake knew exactly when things were changing and could mentally prepare for that. You know, you need time to mentally shift gears between work mode and home mode. Kids need that too. Third, anchor routines. Morning routine, same every day. Bathroom break, same process. Lining up, identical every time. We removed 90% of the decisions that Jake had to make. Decision fatigue is real for adults. It's real for me. That's one of my hardest things. And it's real for kids. We practiced these routines with the entire class, not just Jake. This wasn't a special plan for the problem kid. This was how the classroom operated. Within 2 weeks, Jake's disruptions dropped by half. By week 6, he was one of the most reliable students in the class. So here's what shocked everyone. It wasn't just Jake who changed. The entire classroom became calmer. Transitions that used to take 10 minutes, they now took about 2. Kids who were constantly asking, what do we do next? Already knew because the routine told them. The teacher stopped feeling like a referee and started feeling like a teacher again. Jake's mom cried when she heard the update. She said, he actually wants to come to school? What changed? Nothing magical. We built structure. We made expectations crystal clear. We removed the chaos that was triggering his behaviors in the first place. The routine did the heavy lifting, not punishment, not rewards, just predictability. If you have a kid who's disrupting class or melting down at home every day, ask yourself, are you reacting to behaviors or are you preventing them? Because the truth is, most challenging behaviors aren't defiance. They're a response to an unpredictable environment and underdeveloped executive functioning skills. You need to build the routine, make it visual, practice it consistently, and give it 6 weeks. You might be shocked by the way things change. And if you want the exact visual schedule templates and routine scripts I use, comment routine below and I'll send them to you. If this helps, subscribe. I'm sharing real strategies that actually work, not just theory from people who haven't seen it. I'm in the trenches. A lot of you guys are in the trenches. You're doing a good job. Keep up the hard work. You've got this.